And I just broke down because I'm like, a C-section. Hey guys, this is my first video back after having a baby. And I just wanted to get on here in my natural state. This is how I look all day, 24/7. My hair usually looks crazier than this, but it's actually curled and not frizzed out. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and do like a coming back to YouTube video, even though I've only made one video before I got pregnant, which was dyeing and like bleaching my hair blonde. But I wanted to get back on here and do like, okay, the baby dropped, we're gonna bleach our hair again and like get cute. This is the first time I've really even tried to, you know, like beat my face, get cute, and you know, feel good. He's gonna be 6 weeks tomorrow, so I feel like it's time to do some self-care. Like, I've gotten my lashes done once since he's been born, but yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the rhythm of, you know, just focusing on me a little bit, having my time to make myself feel good. So yeah, so if you want to see me, I'm not really gonna go too much in depth. It's probably just gonna be like sped up of me dyeing and bleaching my hair, but then I'll get back on and talk and like do my makeup and stuff like that, because I really want to talk about this postpartum shit. Because girl, this postpartum journey, the 4th trimester, we need to talk about it more. Mental health, the postpartum depression, physically healing from a C-section or just natural birth in general. It's a lot, and I feel like people don't really talk about it. Like, people are talking about it more, but they don't really go into depth about how hard it is to have a newborn, heal from a C-section, and then just deal with like the mental toll and all that stuff. So yeah, I want to get back on here and talk about that. Yes, I know I look crazy. I'm in a wrinkled shirt, getting back on here for the first time, looking crazy. But since I'm gonna bleach my hair, I just wanted to wear, you know, something that was comfortable and that could get bleach on it. And this shirt is raggedy, so perfect. So if you want to see how I bleach my hair again and then beat my face, this is not gonna be like a simple mom beat. This is gonna be like a real beat minus the lashes. I do have like lash extensions on, but they are falling out, and I don't really want to put like strips or mascara on them because that's bad. But other than that, it's gonna be a beat, not a mom beat, a real beat. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching. This is the end result of the first round. So we're going to do another round, and it's gonna turn out hopefully white blonde. Well, it's probably still gonna have some orangish, yellow, whatever. And then I'm gonna tone it after that. But yeah, this is what I was looking at after the first round. I kind of missed some of my edges, but that's fine, we'll get that. So yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, we're back with the second round of bleaching. So we're done. My scalp is fried. I don't recommend bleaching your hair twice in one day, honestly. Yeah, I don't recommend bleaching your hair twice in one day. I'm not gonna tell you guys to do that. That's what I did, but don't listen to me. So I'm gonna use this Clairol very light ultra cool blonde blue violet to tone my hair, because right now it's giving, I don't know, yellow. We don't want yellow. So do I need the whole thing? I'm gonna just use the whole thing just in case. Hey guys, I'm back. It's literally the next day. I was so exhausted, just dyeing my hair, bleaching, dyeing, too much going on. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna call it a night, and then we'll come back the next day and just do our makeup. So I'm here, I'm present, I made it, and we're gonna do our makeup. So if I look this way, it's because my mirror's over there, and the way my setup is it couldn't be so that I was looking at y'all. Yeah, I have not done my makeup since, I don't even know when. I really wasn't even doing my makeup when I was pregnant like that. Like, I did a very light beat. It wasn't even a beat. Very like light and natural makeup, and I really liked that look for when I was pregnant. And I still like that look. I just have not, like, you know, did the whole 9 in so long. But I don't even know why I put that there. But I just use my MAC Timecheck Lotion as a primer. So the first thing I'm gonna do is do my brows. When I do my brows, I like to use the Glossier Boy Brow. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this postpartum life. And I'm almost 6 weeks out. Tomorrow is gonna be 6 weeks, and it is hard. First of all, I had a traumatic birth. You know, they always say you can plan for the birth, but nothing's gonna go how you want it to go that day. And that definitely happened to me. I thought, you know, yeah, they say that, but mine's gonna go how I want it to go. Nope, I was not exempt. So he was due on November 22nd, and I ended up having him 3 weeks early. I had him on November 1st. So my water had broke on Halloween, early morning on Halloween, and that was the only sign of, you know, labor that I had. No contractions, nothing. So I called, you know, the hospital as soon as I realized that my water had broke, and they were like, oh yeah, you need to come in. So we packed up everything. Luckily I had already like started packing my hospital bag, but it was definitely not ready. And thankfully, like, my aunt came over, she was next door, and she like helped us get ready, helped us pack up stuff and make sure we have everything. So we did that, got in the car and drove. The hospital was about 45 to 50 minutes away from our house. So thankfully, like, I still wasn't having any contractions or anything. We get there, and I was not even like dilated or anything. So they put us in a room, and they're like, okay, well, we're just gonna let you sit here for a few hours and see if you have any progression with labor naturally. Of course, I didn't. I had zero, nothing happened. So they ended up giving me, you know, some type of medicine to help soften up my cervix, which I think I took that pill about, how many times? 3 or 4 times. I don't even remember at this point. 3 or 4 times. And then, yeah, we were just there like all day waiting for something to, you know, start happening. I would say about, you know, 3 p.m. on Halloween, I started noticing that I was having some contractions, nothing crazy, but something was starting to happen. And it went on like that from like 3 to right before midnight. I started having like the contractions just, you know, gradually got worse. And I was like, oh my God. So I had been laboring almost all day naturally. And right before midnight, I was like, no, we need the epidural. I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is too much. So I had been in labor so long at that point. So I got the epidural. And listen, I did not like the epidural. Like, it made me feel like my legs were sleeping. And I do not like that feeling. That, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, fuzzy, crunchy feeling when your limbs fall asleep. I hate that feeling. And that's how I felt. And then I was just like dead weight in the bed. You literally cannot move. It was horrible. But I mean, I'm grateful that I was able to get that epidural and get rid of that pain, because them contractions, when they started to ramp up, I was like, oh my God, no, absolutely not. And I was the one talking about, yeah, I'm gonna have a natural birth, no, you know, painkillers, nothing. No, I couldn't do it. Well, maybe if my labor had been shorter, I would have been able to make it, but it was so long. I was like, nope, can't do it. So, get the epidural, and I just like labored through the night slowly. I think they might have checked me like once or twice, like, to see if I had dilated anymore. And I really hadn't. So it's the next day, it's November 1st, and at this point I had a doula. So my doula came, she was there in the morning, and I had a really great nurse, and they like put me in different positions in the bed to help progress labor. So yeah, they were doing all of that, flipping me in the bed and just trying to make me open up more and dilate more and stuff like that. So throughout the day, that's what they were doing. And at one point, his heart rate started to drop, and that really freaked me out, because the nurse, she was like, she didn't tell me what was going on, but she was like calling for backup, and all these nurses came in, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then after the fact, she explained to me, but I don't know, I just started crying, because I was like, oh my God, his heart rate's dropping. Like, that was really scary. So that happened, and I think I was like 6 or 7 centimeters dilated at that point. And they let me labor a little bit longer. Then they came back, and I was almost 8. And at that point, they were like, okay, well, we want you to push, because we want to try to pull his head through the birth canal so that he can, you know, start coming down. So I pushed, and pushing is really hard when you have an epidural, because you don't know what it feels like. So it's really like, they have to coach you through it. It's really weird. I pushed like 3 times, and it didn't work. They weren't able to pull his head through. So they let me labor for probably like another hour after that. And I think they came back after an hour. They came back, and they had told me I had an infection. I got an infection because my water had been broken so long. And then at that point, his heart rate dropped again. So they were like, we're gonna need to do a C-section, because we need to get this baby out. You have a fever, you have an infection, you have all this stuff going on. And I just broke down, because I'm like, a C-section? I was not planning on getting a C-section, having that horrible surgery happen. So I broke down, and I was just like, wow, okay. I had to have a minute with my boyfriend, and we just like, they like all left the room, and we just like cried together, and we were like, it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be fine. And just like kind of consoled and comforted each other. So they came back and they got both of us ready for the surgery and to be taken back to the room. So they got me ready, wheeled me back. I felt like it happened so fast. Like they wheeled me back in the room, and I'm just like, I still couldn't like believe that I was getting a C-section. So I get in the room. It's a million freaking nurses in there. And my boyfriend didn't come in for like a few more minutes. And then like once he came in, everything just went so fast. Like, first of all, I feel like they don't talk about the C-section and how like crazy it is. They're going so fast to get this baby out of you. They're cutting you open, and then the next thing you know, they're yanking the baby out of you. You can feel them yanking, even though it doesn't hurt. You can feel them yanking the baby out of you. It's like a tug of war. It was not gentle. It was like, yeah, it was crazy. So that happened, and then like as soon as I heard him cry, so yeah, I broke down and I was crying. As soon as I heard him cry, I was like, oh my god, he's here. And then I looked over and I saw him like on the table, and it was just like, I couldn't believe that he was here. But then, so he was over there on the table and he was good, and my boyfriend was taking pictures of him and stuff. But when they started sewing me back up, I guess like air gets in you, and the air had like traveled up under my ribs. That was the worst pain that I had ever experienced. Like, I'm like, okay, I thought I was not supposed to feel nothing, but no. This air being trapped in under my body, horrible. Horrible, and I've never heard anybody talk about that. Like, I'm like, why did nobody like, you know, ever disclose that you could feel air getting in you? So I'm on the table screaming that it hurts real bad. They had to give me some more painkillers to make it stop, because I was just like, I cannot take this. Like, I was like trying to do my deep breathings, and nothing was helping. So they ended up giving me more medicine. And then finally the pain stopped, thank God. But yeah, so yeah, the traumatic birth was just crazy. It's just crazy when you don't even prepare to have a surgery, and then, oh, next thing you know, you're having a surgery. Like, they literally, you know, they have to cut through everything to get to the baby. And the first like day, it don't hurt because you are drugged up. But the next few days, ciao. The next few days, I was like, why does nobody talk about this? The pain was crazy. It was crazy, and I could not walk hardly. I literally like hunched over trying to walk to the bathroom. My boyfriend had to help me do like everything. He had to help me get up out of bed. He had to help me walk. He had to help me use the bathroom. Like, it was real, you know, like he was getting in my business. And I was just like, well, if we're not close now, this is gonna make us closer. Yeah, it was just really crazy, like the aftermath of the birth and the C-section and recovering from the C-section was just like really insane. And I feel like they do not, maybe some people don't experience it being this painful, but for me, it was like I got hit by a bus, and I was like, am I ever gonna be able to stand up straight? Because I felt like I was just like hunched over. Yeah, I just feel like nobody really warns you about how crazy a C-section could be. And I definitely experienced a crazy ass C-section. there was no complications like after that, but girl, it was really wild. And then the next thing I want to talk about was like the baby blues, and when you come home after the little high has worn off of, you know, having your baby and you're like so in love. Even though I was so, you still feel like the so in love, but you can definitely get, I don't know if everyone gets it, like the baby blues. And I think I broke down like twice that week. I was just so overwhelmed because we're about to move in like a month, and I'm just like, we're moving, gotta pack. Being a new mom is a lot, so demanding physically and mentally, and then also trying to recover from the C-section and enjoy like your newborn. It's just like, it takes a toll. It really does. And I just like broke down a few times because I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I'm like, how does anyone do this? Because it's a lot. But what really helped me was I have like some friends who also are having babies and have had babies recently. So I was talking to them, and that just really helped. Just having people that are going through the same thing that you are really can affect, you know, how you deal with things in your mental health. And then also like my other friends, my friends that don't have kids, just like them checking on me and calling me was also a lifesaver. To be able to talk about things other than the baby. Like, of course, you know, everybody's like, oh, I want to see the baby, but after that initial stuff, when you start talking about like other stuff, it's nice to have a break and just talk and figure out like, and find out what like other people are dealing with. I feel like I can't even talk like nowadays. Like, I'll be trying to articulate and I feel like I have mom brain fog or something. It's crazy, but I just, you know, wanted to get on here and talk about my experience with postpartum depression, even though I wasn't diagnosed with it. And I did get some Zoloft, you know, prescribed, but I didn't end up taking it because I wanted to wait and see if going to my therapist would help before I started taking these drugs. And it did. I started going back to her 2 weeks ago, and just like talking to somebody without your baby around, just talking to like somebody who's not biased really helps. Well, it helped me, and I hope it helps other people. If you're going through the same thing I'm going through, try to get a therapist, because they can just like really help you sort through your emotions and everything you're going through, especially if they have kids, because my therapist has children too. But yeah, I definitely was having the baby blues, and it's getting like a lot better now, but like some days it's just like hard to have the energy and motivation to do anything besides my job of being a mom. Like some days I just want to like lay in bed all day because I'm so exhausted, and then I get overwhelmed just like thinking about all the stuff that I have to do around the house. My boyfriend is a lot of help. My boyfriend does so much, but it's just like they always say, like there's that running to-do list in every mom's head. It's very true, and I learned that quickly. There's just like always something to do, and it's like never ending. I commend all moms, but I just really commend people who don't have like that really strong support system and have people that are there physically to help them out, because even though I do, it's still like, oh my god. Sometimes you just want to sit there and scream. I mean, I love being a mom though. Like, my son he's really the best. But I just think we should talk more about like the hardships and how to deal with them. Because I see like all these posts on these like mom Instagram pages that are like really relatable, but I'm like, well, what do we do about feeling like you're going crazy? Like, what do we do about that? There's like no solution. There's like, okay, well, we all know we're feeling like this, but we just stick or suffer through it, and that's pretty much all you can do. I'm just like, how? I just don't get that part. So I'm still trying to work through, I guess, accepting that being a mom is really hard. That's what it is. I'm still accepting that being a mom is very hard, and it's like never ending. It's a 24/7 job. I'm just chiseling out my face now. I'll put everything that I'm using in the description box. I know I have not been actually saying what I'm using. Yeah, I am trying to find time, you know, for myself to do things I like doing, which I love doing makeup. I love doing my hair and trying like new things. You really have to create a balance so that you don't like lose your mind. Create a balance and like try not to like lose yourself. Even though I'm like 6 weeks in, I'm really trying to work on that because I do not want to lose myself. Y'all, my lashes look crazy. This is definitely giving self-care though. Like, I feel better. I have not looked, you know, like this in a brick. If you are a mom and you feel like you need a friend, community, something, please comment and let me know. We can be friends. Feel free to like DM me on social media too, because I just feel like having people that are going through the same thing as you, it just helps so much. Like, it just makes you feel like you're not alone and that you're not going crazy. I mean, you might feel like you're going crazy, but other people are like kind of experiencing the same things that you are. So it might make you feel like a little less crazy. Now I'm gonna put some eyeshadow on my waterline. Just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna finish off by putting some mascara on under my eyes. Oh my god. What is going on with that lash? If you guys have any like self-care things that you do, even if it's just like sitting in silence for, you know, 5 minutes, like doing mindfulness or meditating or anything, like comment below what helps you stay sane as a mom. And I know this is like my first video back. I'm talking about like being a mom and having a baby and all that. But I don't know if that's how I want my channel to be. If I want it to be a lot about baby stuff, I feel like I really don't. I feel like I want it to be about like maybe like lifestyle stuff with some motherhood in it, you know? So I don't know, I just don't want to make the whole thing about, you know, kids, because some people come on here and they do want to see stuff about kids because they have kids, but some people don't always want to, you know, see they don't always want to see stuff like that. And because I'm like, I think I'm personally like that too. Like I like to watch about it, but I don't want that to be all that I watch. I don't want that to become like my identity is just like a mom, and that's all I post about is like mom stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like what lane I want to go, I guess, with my content. Just be a little darker. But yeah, let me know like what other types of videos you want to see from me. I might like be posting like not quite as often because we are gonna move soon, but like once we get back to Virginia, I should start like having a more steady, stable environment to film in, and I can really, you know, get on my YouTube-ish. I really used to be obsessed with highlight. Like I used to put it on and just be like, get into it every time. And then I kind of fell off from using it. I don't know why. But today I'm gonna use my Fenty joint. What is it called? Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. Because I have not gotten into the highlight in a brick. Okay, let's watch how beautiful this is gonna apply. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Nice little glow. I really wish I didn't have these lash extensions on so I could put falsies on and oh my god and actually look like something on the eyes, but whatever. I feel like I've gotten so many more moles since I've been pregnant. It's crazy. Like I didn't know that you could get more moles while you're pregnant, but I guess anything could happen when you're pregnant. So I'm just going to finish with the lips. And what am I gonna use? I'm gonna use my lip liner from Beauty Vault. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm box. It's like a nude, a brown pinkish nude. Yeah, brown pinkish nude liner. And don't mind how crazy that just looked. Cause that definitely drew that junk. Okay. And I'm just going to use my Fenty Sweet Mouth. I have not even used this. Maybe once or twice, but that was it. And I feel so bad that I have not used my Fenty glosses. I feel like I don't like this lip liner. I actually think I grabbed the wrong one and I just thought we went with it, but that's not the one I wanted. I wanted like a more brown, but I don't even think that I have that one here. Okay, let's see if this helps. I don't really notice that this is doing anything. So okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. I love to spray a setting spray because I just feel like it soaks into the skin and makes it look less dry. Like if I don't put this on or any type of setting spray on, I just feel like my makeup looks horrible. Like my skin makeup looks horrible. We are finished with our face. Don't mind the lashes, okay? Everything else looks good besides the lashes. I really like how it came out. I feel really pretty. I haven't felt like this in so long. My hair is laid. I actually like the color. I was kind of mad about the color at first because it is a little more yellow than I would have liked, but it's whatever at this point. It still looks pretty like decent for the most part, and I can always cut it off. I really hope that does not sound like I'm complaining about being a mom and having a baby. I just wanted to come on here and just, you know, just talk about like the reality of motherhood. And the reality is it's not always cupcakes and candy and you're just so happy all the time. So yeah, I hope like moms who are watching this, or future moms, or if you're thinking about having kids, like it helps you just know that you are not alone, and like just finding, I guess, a good community to help you and support you through your postpartum journey. And that 4th trimester is crucial, because it really does take a village. If you don't have a village, I know people don't. I just feel my heart goes out to you. I hope that you find community. I hope that you find people that can help you, if not physically, mentally, because it is a lot, and this is like one of the toughest things that women go through, especially in today's society, because it's just, you know, like you can't just stay home with your baby and not work. I mean, some women are lucky enough to be able to do that, but not everybody is. So it's just hard to juggle work, taking care of your kid, raising your kid, maintaining a household, maintaining a relationship with your partner, all of that. So yeah, I hope it helps somebody, because it helped me to just even talk about it, I guess. But I guess I'm gonna end the video here, and if you watched all the way to the end, thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.